that like stories that I read about, I heard about. So this whole wage gap between men and women.
Yeah,
They talk about this like a real thing.
yeah.
I read once some publication of it, and it just goes through data, doing so all kind of. They checked with people, so I don't know. There's some plain data. It was very fucking boring. I went through and I went through some articles, and so it turns out there's not really a wage gap. It really shows that with the numbers that there's a wage gap. But that means they checked it. Oh, checked it. How much women earn, how much men earn. So it's nonsense because they
What do
didn't
you
check.
mean?
Because they didn't check in the same job. They checked it like, okay, there's this woman, there's this man. Oh, this man earns more. Maybe
Oh,
because this woman is a teacher and this man is a UPC, whatever, not UPC, uh, some head of some company.
anyway, so actually, so women make less because they do different kind of jobs.
So yeah, there it comes. That voting comes from that they work less because of the going to when you have a baby you don't work for 3 years, maybe never again. So they calculate all these things. Plus women obviously choose lighter jobs
Yeah.
like teachers, like the women in schools, they are in majority because they are better teachers, because they are more patient and caring.
Yeah.
And you have
No, I get you.
some shitty job what's good for some crackheads who do like collect the rubbish on the. Have you ever seen these rubbish collectors on the street? Have you ever seen
Mm-hmm.
any of them being women? It's
No.
it's mainly Africans, or
Yeah.
any or electricians or sewage whatever pipe fixers. People who keep the city running. Never seen construction work. Have you ever seen a female construction worker?
No.
There you go. So that's the thing that and it has two sides. One is uh, men choosing certain jobs. Actually has three sides even. Men choosing certain jobs, women choosing other jobs. So that creates a difference right away. If you don't look at that, then the whole thing doesn't make sense because you have to compare. Okay, there's one chef, there's another chef, female, male. Oh, they got the same money. All right, so there's no wage gap. There's actually occupation gap because thanks to our roles, women are kind of programmed. Women are brought up to look for a certain outcome of their lives, to have certain jobs they can choose from. So it's there that male and female roles suggest careers. Plus, men and women, by their upbringing and by themselves, they obviously choose something. And but there's the discrimination that obviously there's uneasiness with males entering certain careers and females entering certain careers. But but that's everywhere in life. There's discrimination. There are hiccups. But the main problem is still is just that we are programmed. We are brought up by our roles are telling us what you
It sounds like
should.
you're blaming everything on society and government. You have your choice. Everyone's got their choice.
Yeah, that was my second one. So the three things. One, so what we humans do. The other one, what we. So there were the three things that. So men and women choose different things, but there it comes that comes from our upbringing. But I took it as a second thing, so I even separated them. And there's the other thing that there's a bit of a discrimination, yes. But that's the whole thing, and it's quite natural. And you could work on it, and if we want to eliminate it, we could eliminate it by but by that is again that goes through education, not through anything else. So there's not real problems there, like, oh, why no one's giving money to these women, and like that's not how it works. So, but if you look at the numbers and you show people from the right angle, right away you have a wage gap. Trickery. But you hear stories about this for years from people, articles, whatever, and you don't really know if you don't live there.
So they exaggerate about everything, just like we thought they do.
And I wouldn't say that, but people actually do. People do.
Just give an example that they take some factual sort of stuff and they exaggerate it into not realistic.
Yeah, that's journalism. Eh?
Probably the same way the police are more brutal to black criminals because they are more dangerous.
Yeah, there it is. But why are they dangerous?
Doesn't matter.
It does. Because, and
Not
that's
for the
what.
police officer, no. He is there to protect the people. And when they ask the fella, the half-naked fella, that, man, just touch nothing, just keep your hands on the wheel. And he starts to look around in the gloves compartment and bring something out, and they shoot him. Whose fault is that?
Yeah, the guy. So it's obvious. But it's still. Let's go back that. In America, what the situation they created in the last some hundred years, that's just fucked up. So right away you can't really fix much because the whole system was based on this madness. It's you have to redo the whole system.
Well, I said it doesn't matter because that's a big if. It's a could be and a should be. It
Well-
doesn't matter where you came from or why it's like that. If you know that the police officer shoots you, if you behave suspiciously, they just should give you the reason to behave less suspiciously.
Yeah. But if you are
Not that.
suspicious, if suspicion allows the policeman to shoot you dead, then again that's wrong. So
No, really, because they have guns. So probably 75% of the cases it saves the police officer's life.
good, you have to do it once. You have to shoot someone who doesn't have a gun, and you're out of your job. So
And so, well, maybe they should have stricter rules, or because having everywhere guns and having no power for the policeman is rubbish. If the police officer says that keep your hands there, and if they don't, then there should be breaking the law.
then maybe, and that's what I was doing with mom. We talked in the last weeks. I was trying to fix her problems, and turns out most of the problems are just symptoms. They are not the problem itself. There's something what was created by the problem. So it's if you just keep treating the symptoms, you're never gonna get well. Same with these problems in the USA, that you have to see where the problems originate from. What is the disease? What is creating these symptoms? And that way you're
Well,
gonna have a
give money to the black people.
no.
You said they are more animalistic because they live in poverty, more likely. So educate them and give them money.
I said they can't afford a good lawyer because they live in poverty, but yes. And there comes poverty. Poverty cannot be fixed by money. Starvation cannot be fixed by money.
Why not?
money creates the whole, the system creates the problems. These are symptoms of the system. What is make just making us suffer. So it's, you have to look into the system, what creates poverty.
But you cannot
What
change. That's why I say it doesn't matter because you cannot change. Like black people are more animistic because they live in poverty and they are not educated because they came from slavery or whatever. You cannot fucking change that. You cannot change the past, you cannot time travel. And until that, it doesn't matter where it came from. You need to
educate people.
free the system.
Well, you just there comes it, it's all education, education, education.
Educate what?
People.
How? Like you mean ordinary education because all schools are mandatory, so they are educated.
Yeah, and there comes the same thing with, you know, you get cancer, and they give you, you know what is chemotherapy? They try to destroy your body. I mean, they start to destroy your body, and they try to pull you out. That in the moment when the cancer is dead, but you are not yet. But it's a ridiculous thing.
Huh? The kids go to school
Yeah.
and get educated from
Same thing
Okay.
like you can take medicine for diabetes, so you can cure your diabetes. You can take that's the, yes, this is a symptom. So the system is creating the problem. The system is educating the people the wrong way. It's training people to the wrong thing.
wrong way.
Yeah.
It's teaching the kids how to behave.
All right. They teach the kids how to behave.
You go to school and you learn that the more you study, the more you work on having skills and achieving something, the better chance you're gonna have in life.
All right.
They give you rules, so you learn how to follow rules. You learn discipline. So yeah, they get education, and more than that, they get the education from their parents. And if the parents teach the kids how to be rubbish, then it's the parents' responsibility, not the system, not anything else.
Yeah, but at the end, the system has to deal with the people. So, and the system, government supposed to govern the people. So yes, certainly the mind of the child should be mostly the responsibility of the parent. But as soon as the government took responsibility for the training, for the education of the child, they are responsible. So they should, you
No,
know.
because the problem comes from before the school. Because by the time they go to school, they already fucked up.
Don't think so.
So it's the people. All they have to blame is their parents and their kind, and that's it. Like we didn't come
But
from
yeah,
the
yeah,
best
yeah.
family.
But again, you are
We didn't
playing.
have the most money, and still daddy could teach us how to be a decent person,
But
more or less success.
you just said blame. So again, you are playing the blame game. You're playing the blame game because
No,
you shouldn't play the blame
no,
game.
finding the solution. Where is the problem? That's blaming.
No.
When you say that this is the problem, this causes the problem, that's you put the blame there.
But you don't have to put the blame. You have to
There
identify
is
the
a blame
problem.
because there is a problem, and when you're talking about the source of the problem and finding the blame.
No, finding the problem and solve the problem. Blame is an invasive word.
I don't think so. And why couldn't you say blame?
It means to find fault with.
No, find who caused the problem. Also, you are putting the blame on the government and the society. I think it's everyone's individual.
Blame. Blame
If anything,
is
black people should be upset if they don't want to be identified with all the stereotypes they should be upset with their own kind because they create the bad image. Not the white people, but themselves.
No one should be upset with anyone. How about that?